goes by a very a dear friend of mine, and also a very important person who passed away several years ago. His name was Jim Pepper, and he was what we call in the Americas, he was a First Nations person, which means that he was a Native American Indian. He was part Cree and part Kaw. And also he was a wonderful, fantastic saxophone player. He played tenor saxophone and also soprano saxophone. And he took a lot of the traditional Native American or First Nations music, and he reconstructed it in what we might call a jazz context. And I had the great fortune to meet Jim Pepper through another wonderful human being and musician by the name of Don Cherry. And Don Cherry himself was also part Native American. He was part African American, and the other half of his family was called Choctaw. One of the what the Europeans called, when they came to the Americas, there's a group of Indians they called them the 5 civilized tribes: Choctaw, Cherokee, Creek, Cree, and Seminole. And they called them that because they had their own written language. I'm not sure if that determines what makes a person civilized or not, but that's what they were called. Do I need a translation? You want to translate this one? But anyway, the song, what preceded it was a composition by Pasquale, and then we ended with this piece called Air by Jim Pepper. And he was very important amongst, he fought for a long time for what we call Native American Indian rights in the United States. As most of you know, the First Nations people in the United States and in Canada and in Central and South America, they're still suffering great tribulation when it comes to land rights, them maintaining their own land, and also the keeping up their traditions. And they're still having a very difficult struggle, with that. But for all people, the struggle goes on, and we simply try and do the best we can, and people that are truly civilized, which means to me, people that have a heart of love and compassion, they address these issues. And I know here in Italy you have your own set of problems also. But this piece we're going to do now, it's for all people, regardless of Italian, German, Native American, African American, Central American, South American, African, Eskimo. It doesn't matter. This addresses the heart of all beings. The story that it tells is that somehow, if we could sit down and talk to each other, maybe we just might realize that we have more in common than we think. But it just takes that moment of sitting down and having a conversation and really listening, to the other person. And it's not easy to do. So it's called It's called Sopni Doji, or it means lotus born, and it's about the beauty of the lotus that you find in the heart of every human being. Because as we know, the lotus, it grows out of muddy water. You know, the water is very muddy. It appears to look dirty. But the lotus itself grows out of that, and the lotus is very beautiful. So it's about the... So it's about... it's about the heart, the lotus heart of all beings, of all people. Jesus.